You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour.
This is the Copacetic Hour.
Why don't you just chill?
Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Yes, this is the Copacetic Hour. Copacetic is a term meaning everything is fine, cool, and in excellent order. This podcast is an air for open discussion, but not for the weak-hearted nor the simple-minded. And although we may not always agree, we will always exemplify respect. But at the same time, nobody, and I do mean nobody, is exempt from getting these jokes. Everything is copacetic. Yes, this is a Copacetic Hour, episode 34. How's everybody doing out there today?
What's the deal?
What up?
What's up? That's what's up. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
You know, it's your boy Kyrie from the Creek, man. All love, family.
It's your boy DQ, man. You already see what time it is. Laker Nation, man.
Yes, sir.
Up is Jordan, Detroit kid. Leave it at that.
I know. You see what I went and grabbed, bro? Laker Nation all day. But you
Let's
know,
get
Big
it.
Rich up out here from Big Shot Ammunitions. So, you know, I had to just come in and represent real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
B. Reynolds from the Creek. You know, I ain't no Laker fan. Stop with all the Laker stuff. I'm the opposite of y'all. Boston all day.
Hater.
Facts. All right, we got hella Laker fans. Let's just jump right into it, dog. So let's address this LeBron criticism that he gets more than anybody else in the entire NBA history of playing basketball. Do you think LeBron is great? And if not, what's your criticism of LeBron?
Yeah, I mean, I go first. Shit.
Loaded?
Everybody know
Right.
that shit loaded as hell, though. But we already know who a LeBron fan up in here, host.
Yes, right.
But, I mean, if anybody that know me, you know I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I do not like LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan at all. But if you want to talk about straight greatness, the boy Cole, he one of the greatest to ever do it. So I mean, you got to give it to him. He keep himself clean on and off the court. So you got to respect that. He definitely hands down. It's never gonna be another player like LeBron. Am I the biggest LeBron fan? Not at all. Is it hard for me to cheer for my Lakers right now? Absolutely.
Crazy.
But is he great? Hell yeah, he's great. And if you at this point, if you say he's not great, you just hating on the nigga at this point.
100.
Facts. God damn it. All you goddamn LeBron haters out in the world. My thing is like, niggas be thinking like, cause you say LeBron is great or whatever, it's like you disrespecting Kobe or forgetting about Kobe. Niggas don't be realizing like Kobe is immortalized. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe is it's two. He's the one of two MVPs of the NBA who died. The rest of them niggas since the 60s are all still alive and walking around. Niggas who won the NBA MVP. And he's the only one that died like in a tragic way. The other, I think it was Moses Malone died, I think he had a heart attack or something. I'm not saying that's not tragic. I'm just saying like it was a health condition.
I was about to say.
But like Kobe died in a tragic way. Kobe is immortalized. No one's ever gonna forget about Kobe. Kobe probably one day fuck around and be the logo of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kobe. Salute to Kobe.
But see, it's Kobe fans and there's Laker fans. You know, when you got just a Kobe fan, they hate Bron. 9 times out of 10 of them, they hate Bron. You know, so seeing Bron in the Lakers jersey, you know, some fake Laker fans, again, just Kobe fans, they ran away. You know, you can't deny LeBron's greatness at the end of the day. You know, it's hard for some people to even admit that he's even next to Kobe, or some think he's better than Kobe, you know. But at the end of the day, you got to respect that man's greatness, regardless. He didn't win all of them 10 finals. He's been there more than some teams combined, you know. So at the end of the day, you just got to salute that man and his greatness and what he's doing for our franchise. I appreciate it, you know.
Yeah, I think we can agree that that LeBron is great. I don't think that's like the issue with people who don't like LeBron though, because like DQ said, like if you can't admit that he's great, like you just a hater at the end of the day. So, because with LeBron, the issue's never been whether or not he's good. For me, it's been people gave him like, oh, he's the greatest player ever before he ever played like a game in the NBA. So for me, my LeBron, and I don't want to say hate, because I think he's dope.
Hey,
It's just
nigga.
I'm not a fan of him. It's not
No,
hate. I can not be a fan of somebody. Like,
no. And you got a hell of a point though, because since he and I'm real, I'm a Kobe fan, you know, at the end of the day. But I used to like Bron when before he even came in the league. But after year one, it was a wrap. They want to compare him to Kobe, Jordan.
right,
Like let him put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave
right.
him that title already. They wanted LeBron to be the greatest ever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can put in that work and do what Jordan did and go through the fire. You know, you can't be the best, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's one of the greats. You know, the
Right.
top 3 basketball player of all time, one of the most talented basketball players of all time, all around. You know, so at the end of the day, you just got to respect that man. If not, like DQ said, it's all hate.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I hate LeBron James.
Thank you.
Nigga, I'm a Boston Celtic. He go to the finals every fucking year. I hate LeBron James. They put him on the fucking pedestal and like he said, want to put him, he Jordan, he better than Jordan, he better than Kobe, he better than all these people. Okay, I get it. The man gets to the finals. I give him that. He finds a way to get to the finals. All right. He broke up one of the best Boston Celtics teams, and that hurt me. You get what I'm saying? I have LeBron is a great player. But when it comes to all the other bullshit, fuck him when it comes to basketball. Great businessman, though. Knows how to make
Great
money.
businessman. Great. And like DQ said too, he's probably the greatest off-court athlete. You know,
Yeah,
he's what
about
everybody
to say
wants
that.
Michael Jordan to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, we always gonna salute him for that. But if you're a competitor, you know, the man has lost more than he won. Let's be honest.
Ooh, speak on that.
Let's
Speak on that real quick. 'Cause I'm
let's
telling
be
you,
honest. You
if
know
he
what I'm saying?
don't win,
It's the
That's
history
fact.
is not in his favor right now.
Really
But
ain't
as
at
a Laker
all.
fan, we keep that alive. But boy, I'll tell you, as a Laker fan, if that man doesn't win this title
He
for the
getting
Lakers,
crucified. He getting crucified.
It's
getting
over,
crucified.
bro. It's
and
over.
he gonna be 3 for 10. He gonna be 30%. Ain't nobody
this-
ever passed the test being 30%.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. That's why I like to tell people, like, come on, 3 for 9, like that's failing. That's failing, my guy.
That's what I'm saying.
All
Because
right,
it's like if
five
you are a
out of
fan
7,
of
you pass.
basketball,
You passing 5 out of
Right.
7 though.
the first championship.
5 out of
6
7.
out of 6.
5 out of 7, you definitely
6
passing.
out of 6.
Definitely.
The first championship. His team was whack. He shouldn't even have been there.
His first one.
But Elgauskas.
But he was
hold on.
there.
Hey, hold on.
They was loaded.
Hey,
Bro,
hold
it
on.
was
If we
loaded
got-
with
we-
role players.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, I'm not gonna
We're talking
lie.
about
I'm
the
gonna
first
go
one.
with the LeBron fans on this one. He took the worst team ever to the NBA Finals.
Worst team
They had-
ever.
That's just being
They
the
had
worst
the
team
best
ever.
record in the NBA.
But
They had the best record that year.
But facts.
Worst
But
team.
he took the worst team. Like his role players were terrible.
Terrible.
You know, you go
Oh
look at
no,
the
they
stats.
weren't.
I was
That's
looking at it,
bro. That is a lie.
Listen, bro.
That's
listen.
not true.
Hey,
That's not true. See,
it's like 3 players that average double digits on
no,
his
it's
team.
3
That's
players.
it.
Bro,
All the
he
rest
had
of them were
3
like
players
7.
on his team. 2 of them was top 5 in 3-point shooting that year.
Hey,
And matter of fact, for
That's a
the at
fact.
least
He
3
always
years
got
that he
hey,
was
my boy
playing with.
Iverson had a worse team.
And Mo Williams
Iverson
won the
definitely
three-point
had a
contest
worse
that
team.
year, bro.
Hey, listen. When y'all look at them rosters, man, he took a terrible team.
Terrible.
But at the end of the day, when you get there, there's no excuses. You're
Bro,
here.
Kobe took a
It's no
terrible team
excuses.
to the final. Like, what are you?
Right.
Hold on. Kobe had
Who?
Paul Gasol.
Who?
People have
Who?
Paul Gasol never
Who?
averaged over 20. He
Fuck
averaged
shit.
18
Hey,
and
watch him. Whoa,
18 and 10.
Watch him out.
Shit. You disrespecting the
Okay,
great, the Hall of Famer.
hey, I ain't gonna argue with you. Go ahead and pull up the stats though. I'm
He
a real
averaged
Laker
20.
fan to the heart. So
He
pull up the
averaged
stats.
20.
18.
He averaged 20.
He is 18. The highest he averaged was 19 when they won championships.
Boy.
Go look it up.
Okay.
Hey, them LeBron
Start
came
smoking
out
crack.
early
I don't know
today.
what you're talking about. Ilgauskas and Mo Williams, all these unnamed ass niggas. Like I don't know what
They
he
had
doing.
no. Hey, listen. At the end of the
but
day,
we,
they had the best
I
record
can't.
in the NBA.
Hey, but I can never let Bron live down that he let Jason Terry outscore him in the finals.
Okay,
DQ,
How you let
that's
Jason
that
Terry, who
Giannis
came
hype.
off
That's
the
that
bench,
regular season, man.
That
The regular
Hey.
season ain't the same as the playoffs, man.
Hey,
he beat,
listen.
hey,
Hey,
Jason
if
Terry
you win
averaged
62
17
games, you
points in
should
that
win the
finals.
championship.
LeBron averaged
But let's be
16.8.
real though. At this point in their career, what's the difference between Bron and Giannis?
Ooh, it ain't.
I
You
mean,
can't compare
Because
it.
you talking about
We can't
Giannis
even
hype,
compare
like
it
Bron
though.
and Giannis is like the same person
Nah,
right
I
now.
ain't gonna compare them. That's
You
disrespectful.
can't compare
That's
that. That's
I'm just
disrespectful.
talking about. I'm just talking
Giannis.
about what they've achieved so far.
I mean, he won the
individually.
individual awards, but I
He got
mean,
the.
he still doesn't have the edge. But that defensive player of the year,
I get what you mean.
Bron got played out of a defensive player of the year. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? But he
What,
didn't
when
get
Marcus
it.
Hall won?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got played out of that one. He didn't even make All NBA defensive first team. How do you win the award and you don't even make All defensive first team?
The same way that
being
Kobe didn't get
MVP.
the MVPs when Steve Nash and them didn't even average 20.
So that's like Giannis. That's like
That was the
Giannis
same
getting
year Kobe had
MVP
the
and
rape
not
case
All
too,
NBA
though.
first team, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Don't make sense.
It's all flawed. It was flawed.
Yeah,
It's been flawed.
Yeah,
It's
I've
all
never been a
feelings.
fan of the way that voting
It's
works.
politics, but I think but that's another reason
Politics.
why I dislike LeBron, because the politics is always in his favor, and I feel like
It is.
I
Not
feel
this
like
year.
the
Not
stage,
this year.
Always.
bro, always, bro.
Always.
Bro,
Since he was in high
even
school,
this year.
and this nigga was on the cover of Slam magazine, the politics has been in his favor the entire time he's been in the league, bro.
Hey, and they've been saying this. They
wanted him to
were
pass
like, hey,
Jordan
they said that
since he
Bron
joined the
wouldn't
league.
win in the West. Everybody been sitting up here giving him his props because he winning in the West, but
Facts.
really he got his ass beat last year, and he wasn't hurt that long.
He missed a quarter of the season. What you mean?
He riding AD
Bro,
wave.
bro.
They were still in playoff
They
contention
were
when
still
he
in the
came
playoff
back.
contention, bro.
No.
They were still in the
When he got
playoffs,
hurt,
bro. They was the number 7 seed.
When he got hurt, they was in the 4th seed.
Yeah, and then when he came back, there was number 7.
He missed 30-some games.
He came back, there was 7. But we was missing.
They was number
our whole
7
team
when
was
he
hurt.
came
We was
back.
going in and out. Lonzo
I was
didn't
gonna
come
say,
back.
have y'all
Nick
ever been
Stevenson
injured?
was hurt.
Have
Like,
y'all
there was
ever
a
been
lot of
injured?
people hurt.
Have you ever been injured? When you come back off injury, you A1?
Depending on
Bro,
the
I
injury.
ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Sat out the whole
Yeah.
duration.
I
He
ain't
didn't
trying to
come
hear
back
that.
early.
No, you're not.
That nigga spent $1 million a year on his body, bro. I ain't trying to hear
I was
that
about
shit,
to say,
That nigga's
hell
a human
yeah.
being. That nigga's a human
See,
They
being.
got
that's
athletic
another thing
trainers
with
and
y'all
shit.
Brown fans. Y'all be giving excuses.
Thank you,
That's
dog.
another problem with y'all.
100%.
It's just fact.
I got more excuses than a motherfucker.
It's
The
just
boy
fact.
averaged less than a person off of the bench in the finals.
Just a
And
fact.
listen, LeBron is
Mentally,
the
that man
league's
is weak.
baby.
Hey, why he
He's been the
can't
league's baby.
hit
He's been the
free
league's
throws in the fourth?
toy.
Since high school.
But
So,
the NBA,
Bro, you know
the
his
NBA
quirk.
politics hated Jordan, so they wanted LeBron to be everything that they wanted Jordan refused to be, bro. LeBron stepped in his
Exactly.
role. He's smart. He is a smart businessman. The stage has been set up for him, and he delivered. So for this nigga to be 17, 18 years old and have that much pressure on you, and you still deliver, that right there alone gonna make him great. But don't sit up in this bitch and act like this nigga ain't never had none of the politics in his favor, bro. That's bullshit.
Bruh, had
Always.
all the
They
politics.
always find an excuse for LeBron. There's always an excuse
facts.
for LeBron. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Always.
I do have a
No
question.
matter
He
what.
have no
Before-
teammates. He
Just
be
fact.
like, dude, he play with
Before
more
LeBron-
superstars than anybody.
For real.
Because I do have a question though. Because before LeBron, when did they judge your greatness by how many times you made it, not how many times you won?
Facts.
Great question.
We all,
Hey,
we always talk about
that.
it's all about wins to me.
That's a great question.
Hey, that was a very good question.
I've never seen
basically
people
he changed the
just
format
glorify
of
getting
what
there.
the standard is.
Like my boy Kobe
Nobody had
said.
ever did it. Nobody had did
Like
it.
Kobe, but like Kobe said, and if you're a real competitor, if I ain't winning the championship, I'm not trying to get to that bitch and lose. You know what I'm saying? You can put me out. Put me out in the first round. Put me out in the first round. If I'm gonna get here and we gonna play like some hoes and lose.
Exactly.
No,
Nigga, this ain't no
Like,
the
get
money
me
is
out
good.
early.
Thanks for the bonuses. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in this bitch to win and win only. And getting there isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Now
But
I
to
see Bron.
answer,
I see Bron now I feel like he has that mindset. Getting there isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? He's locked in right now. But
I will say that he do seem like his
years ago,
mindset
he
changed.
wasn't, though. You know what I'm saying? He's a different person now, though. He's a different ball
Hey,
player.
that last game gave me Kobe vibes. I was like, oh yeah.
Like he locked in.
Vibes.
He locked in. That's what everybody wants from Bron. That's the Bron that could have been the
Bro,
best ever right there.
thank
When you
you.
take over
I'm
and you
with you.
score 9 straight, 10 straight, not in the
Hey,
third, in the second, in the first, but in the
That'd
fourth.
be
Kyrie.
You know what I'm saying?
Kyrie.
In the clutch.
Kyrie. Hey, Kyrie, bro. That was against the Nuggets, bro.
No, I'm talking. I mean, but it's still though. I mean,
it was
it's a
the Nuggets,
closeout game, bro. It's a closeout game.
It was the Nuggets, bro.
You got to play who's in front of you.
Huh?
You
got a
gotta
point.
play who's in
You got
front
to
of
play
you.
who's in front of
Absolutely.
you, or you get beat like
Hey.
the Clippers.
Hey, I feel
And
bad
if he
for Stephen
doesn't,
A.
if he
Smith,
doesn't
though.
show up, in that moment, DQ, us as Laker fans, we like, yeah, it's cool. We won the game, but we want to see Bron do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see Anthony Davis close us out for 10 straight. We want to see the best player on our team close us out for 10 straight at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Rather we fans or not.
Oh, Brandon, what's
Jordan, to answer your question though, the only reason that it's like that, his fans ain't gonna let him fail. He got too many fans. People been on LeBron for years. So LeBron can lose as many as he wants. His fans ain't gonna let him. Yeah, his fans ain't gonna let it happen.
Y'all tripping.
I gotta hear that shit from Ernest every day. Every day.
Brandon mentioned that he said that LeBron was riding AD's coattails.
Oh yeah, definitely riding AD coattails.
AD's team or is it LeBron's team?
It's
this
AD
team.
This AD team.
Brian will tell you that. Brian will tell you
This
that.
AD team.
Yeah, this AD
Without
team.
AD,
Bro, AD ain't signed no
long-term
long-term contract. This AD team. Like, that man ain't signed that long-term contract yet. This is AD team, bro. You better learn.
I still think it's
Better
Bron.
learn
I guess I do have a
team.
question for y'all though.
Hold on, Jordan. I still think it's Bron team, but don't shit move if AD don't hoop though. Like we're gonna go through AD. Bron has to get him involved. You got a dominant big man on the floor, go through him. But at the end of the day, we know who's the captain of the ship.
I think
you know what I'm saying.
It's Bron team in a sense of experience and leadership. We give him that.
Leadership, and that's what I'm saying. Like from a leadership, bro.
Yeah, but everybody know, bro. Lakers don't even get to this point unless AD balling.
If AD there, we got to go through him. Like we have to get him
averaging
involved.
34 right now.
That's not.
But look though,
that's not the point though. The reason why
he balling, but that's not the
to
point.
ball out is because of LeBron. The reason why he got that,
bro, he been balling out like that his whole
career. Come on,
he been
bro.
balling, but not getting no wins. The reason why
he had no team. He
didn't have a team.
So when I say that about LeBron, time out.
Oh my God!
Because when I say that about LeBron, y'all don't give that no excuse. But now y'all talk about AD didn't have no team. I want to hear.
No,
that.
you talking about hold on. Let me clarify for you.
This nigga tripping, dog.
Because he on trash right now.
Now we on some different
bro.
shit now.
Bro, so you comparing, what you comparing is LeBron going to link up with Dwayne Wade.
I'm not comparing that.
No, just listen. So he linked up with Dwayne Wade, who the year before that, before they linked up, he was a scoring champ, and Chris Bosh, who actually was the franchise player of the Toronto Raptors. Right. After leaving that team, he ended up grabbing another franchise player in Kevin Love and ended up going with one of the highest points per game average players in Kyrie Irving. That was at least
never won shit in Cleveland. Lottery.
He was literally he was getting his team. They was building his team up to the playoffs.
It was in the lottery every year.
He wasn't coming
up.
He was just the first overall.
Brian didn't win shit when he was in Cleveland by himself either.
Nigga, exactly. That's my point.
Nobody wins by themselves. Nobody wins by themselves.
Cleveland never went to the
Nobody wins by themselves.
Nobody
wins by
Cleveland didn't go to the playoffs with Kyrie. They drafted number one 2 years in a row with Kyrie.
They drafted Anthony Bennett.
They drafted Anthony Bennett, and then that year they had the number one pick, and they traded it for Kevin Love.
In reality, though, like
for Andrew Wiggins.
2 years in a row.
Hey,
with Kyrie.
AD.
But I'm saying, at which point has AD played with any of those caliber of players?
AD played with Rondo.
Never.
And
I will kick you in your
Rondo.
knees.
Oh, washed up
Never.
I
Rondo.
said
Rondo is your
Rondo.
answer.
Rondo.
Never. AD never had a AD never had a
Bro,
sidekick.
Rondo hard, bro.
AD
Rondo
never had a
hard,
He
but
never
he
had a
ain't no
Robin.
franchise
Sidekick.
player, bro.
Never had a
Rondo
guard.
dope, but that's not the guy
You're
that you
not no
gonna just be like,
franchise
hey,
player.
he
He
had.
don't even be making an all-star game like that. Like, how you gonna
Hey,
sit
this-
up here and just
hey.
call him out?
nigga,
Like, you,
Hey,
Rondo is a beast. I don't know what you're talking about.
he
Hey,
is a
but
beast, but you
Rondo-
can't be
Rondo.
calling
It's
him out
playoff
like he the
Rondo.
franchise
UC
player, bro.
playoff
He ain't been a
Rondo.
franchise player since
I'm
Boston.
not saying Rondo ain't never been no franchise player, but he had
Been
a
a
deep
Robin.
That's
team,
crazy.
but we never
I
got
got
to
a
see
question.
it to fruition though, because Boogie and them got hurt. And what's the other guard that's still in
Drew
New Orleans?
Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
They had a good team. They just never got to see it to fruition because Boogie got hurt.
He
Bro,
took
That
them to the
year,
I got a
they was
playoffs.
question for
balling.
y'all.
You talk about
Hold on.
Cleveland?
No, I'm
You
talking
talking
about
about New Orleans.
New Orleans when they
Oh,
had
New Orleans?
Boogie, Drew
Oh, yeah,
Holiday, Rondo. They had a good team that year, but Boogie got
They
hurt.
did.
Let
They
Drew
still
Holiday
was top.
and Blake
though.
They
Griffin.
still was a
Yeah.
top 5 in the West though.
None of
You
y'all.
got to
This for
pair
everybody.
AD up
Ernest?
with a guard. You talking about two bigs? Pair him up with a guard. Like, let's say if he'd have had James Harden. If he'd have had James Harden, let's say it'd have been AD and James Harden, and then going up against Brian and whoever Brian was teamed up with in the East, I bet you AD would have been scoring like 30 and still would have been getting that 30, 40 piece
Brown,
with no
Bro, he
problem
been-
at all.
And he been giving 30 pieces his whole career, bro. This
Bro,
dude
he
tripping,
really
bro.
been averaging high 20s, like
just
30s
now
and shit for
getting
his whole career.
mental. Brian got that nigga mental right, so he can.
Man, his mental been
Yeah.
right.
What? Hey,
been a
bro,
winner,
stop,
though.
bro.
Hey, in reality
Stop,
though,
bro.
AD ain't even where he really can be. Like
Yeah,
me and
like
my
he
homeboys
really
be
not.
talking like AD. What's AD's go-to move? Like he doesn't even have an
I'm not
offensive
talking like
identity
AD.
on the
He's
court,
not no
and he's
killer
still
like that.
no.
He
He's
not no
still
killer.
no. He is though.
Hey,
He's
What?
Ernest, who the
he's
best?
still
Who the
balling,
best
and
big
he
man
don't
in
even.
the
Bro,
league?
he just hit the game winner. What are you
Hey,
talking about? He
Hey,
just hit a game winner.
He's top 5, Ernest. He's top
No, he-
5.
No, I'm not talking about he's not like good. I'm talking about how y'all compare like Bron and Kobe. How like Kobe's mentality.
Bro,
You don't have
Shaq
that
averaged
mentality.
30.
If
What is
AD
you
He not
talking
no
about?
killer,
if AD
Bro, he-
would have came to Boston, we'd be in the finals right now.
bro.
Thank
AD a
you.
killer, bro. A killer, bro.
We'd be
And
at the
AD
finals
been a
right
killer
now.
since Kentucky, bro. What
AD
is you saying?
AD is dope. AD is dope, but
If
He
put
top 5
AD
in the
on any
league.
other
can-
team
you can
with them,
see-
like with the people that's in the playoffs, they going to the finals.
you can
He
see
top
his
5 in the
mentality.
league, bro.
What I'm saying though, you can see his mentality changing. Like he's developing to becoming like a Hall of Famer.
Because he,
Great.
yeah,
Right?
Bro, he was-
He's tired of
Bro,
But it
losing.
ain't
he
just
was
Bron,
but
bro.
you should have
That's
seen
the
that in
Lakers.
the All-Star game.
That's just how the Lakers is.
He-
The Lakers, you gonna either fail or you gonna get the fuck out. Like you gonna win, or you gonna get the fuck out. We ain't gonna keep you for long.
We're
You
not
outta here.
happy just making the playoffs. When we make the
That's
playoffs,
never-
we expect to win.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I'm
expect to win.
saying? Like that's we're not happy being there. You know what I'm saying? So being on the Lakers, like he said, it brings a different level of championship basketball mentality that you're gonna bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to win. We're not holding back. It is what it is. That's why Brian, the pressure's on him. Now if he
Right.
comes through, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I applaud him. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect 2 rings out of this man. Not one.
I want him
One,
to get
we
to
ain't
his fifth
satisfied
ring.
with one.
He need a whole
We
ring.
ain't satisfied with one. You know what I'm saying? You get one, all right, cool, but you didn't do what you were supposed to do because you had 4 years as a Laker. You know what I'm saying? 2, we talking top 3,
Hey, he
top
can
2
get to
ever.
his.
And it ain't a question about it. You know what I'm
Ain't no
saying?
question
It won't
about
even be an argument. You know what I'm saying? But he also has to be the best player on the floor. I'm not letting it slide if AD gets MVP.
Oh, AD get MVP.
You can't
bro.
let it slide.
He get MVP though.
Hey, what if Brian averages a triple-double?
Hey, I'm telling. Hey, politics. Listen, but on some real shit, the only way Bron don't get
I'm
MVP.
just saying.
The
I'm
only
just saying,
only way
what-
Bron don't get MVP unless AD do some crazy shit. AD
Like
can average
40.
way more points than him, anything, and they still
Bro.
don't give it to Bron, bro.
AD has to
Okay.
see. This is AD's problem for me right now. He's not dominant enough on the glass. You got 2 rebounds the other day going into the 4th. We end up winning. Cool, but nigga, get down there and you should be getting 34 and 14.
But
You know what I'm saying?
his ankle too, though.
Bron
His
is
ankle
getting
too.
29, 10, and
No
11.
excuses.
Bron's getting 32, 11, and 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit right there gets you the MVP. You know what I'm saying? And he going to average a triple-double or damn near close to it. That's what he do.
Hey, bro, who said that
AD
those
got to
is
out-rebound that man.
I did. My thing about it is that
What's his excuse?
AD, let's say AD scores 34 points in the game. Let's say Bron scores 30.
He averages that.
Fine. Let's say Bron scores 28, but he got 15 assists. Those 15 assists average out to like 50 points, not just the 30 that AD put up.
And how
Okay,
many?
what about
so,
He's
AD
gonna have every
double-digit rebounds?
Yep.
AD don't be getting
That's
double.
the thing.
Defensive
That's why I
rebound.
said
Bron
AD
Defensive
has to
rebound.
out-rebound
Block shots.
Bron. If AD out-rebounds Bron, he wins MVP because he's going to outscore Bron. He's going to average 30-plus.
gonna
If he
outscore LeBron.
out-rebounds him, he gets MVP. But,
Yep.
hey, it's going to be hard. LeBron is a walking triple-double. He's
He
a
really
walking
is.
double-double. He's going to give you one or the other on any given night. You know what I'm saying? So AD got to go out there and snag some fucking boards if he want to get this MVP.
The only thing that's gonna stop him from getting the boards is if Bam do the pick and roll or if he bring the ball up like he was doing. He gonna keep him on at the arc. That's the only way.
It's going to be a good series.
It's gonna be
Bron two ball
That's the
dominant.
only
man.
way.
Bron gonna get his triple double. He way too ball dominant.
All right,
He's going to
so
get the triple dip.
let's transition into the finals. Okay, it is what's today? Today is the September 29th. This will come out at the end of this week. Game 1 is tomorrow. By the time this comes out, what it'll be around game 3. Tell me who y'all have to win the series. Not who y'all want to win, but who you think will win. Analyze it. And what do you think the series will be by the time this comes out, which will be around game 3?
I gotta be 2-1 Lakers
Why?
because I think Miami might come out hot this first game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just this first game, and then Lakers will settle in the next two, and try and shut down all that screen to the 3-point line. Duncan and Robinson and Hero coming off screens, both flaring to the 3-point line. Bam rolling, all that stuff. It's going. They just got to play it. You gonna have to play one game and see what you gonna have to do because they come off so many screens, and then you got Dragic who's setting up
Yeah.
on the other side. So I feel like this game is going to be a test for the Lakers, the game 1.
Right.
But by game 3, it'll be 2-1, and I got the Lakers winning the series for sure. It's going to be too much. It's too much on the line with this one. They got that. It's a reason they got that KB on them. They ain't losing that one.
Facts.
I think it's gonna be 2-1 Heat.
2-1 Heat.
Wow.
Wow.
I think they just got they got dogs. They just got more dogs on their team, and they want it more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-1 Lakers by the next time we talk. I feel where B coming from. I honestly think the Heat need game 1. If the Heat don't win game 1, it's going to be a tough series for them.
Facts.
You know, we got our history of rough game 1s, you know, but the good thing about us right now, we've been adjusting. And I honestly, I'm a firm believer. I've been a firm believer every series. I've picked Lakers in 5. And I think Boston would have took us to 6, but it's the Lakers in 5. You know, honestly, you know, yeah, Laker fan, but LeBron James is locked in right now.
Yeah, that's facts. I got it being 2-1 Lakers. I think it's gonna go to game 6 though. I think Lakers gonna win 4-2. But I feel like Miami greatest strength, and somebody said it, was just the off-ball movement. They kind of remind me of Golden State a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of off-ball movement, a lot of screens. But that's also one of the Lakers' greatest strengths on defense as far as closing out on shooters.
Right.
And Miami, we all know they got shooters all across the arc. But Lakers do a fucking good ass job with just closing out on shooters. So I think it's gonna force Jimmy to actually show us what type of player he really is. Because if we look at his numbers and we look at everything he's been doing as far as just in game, he hasn't really been dominating nobody, no players. He hasn't dominated.
I think he's averaging like 19, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's averaging like 19. You know
so
what I'm saying?
I think Lakers.
It's
game,
all in the
man,
fourth.
Lakers game plan
Yeah.
is pretty much expose Jimmy. Jimmy gonna have to show us he a great player. If he not, it's gonna get killed because all that closing out with them shooters, that shit dead with LA. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. My white boy Caruso, bro, he one of the coldest defenders in the league, hands down.
Love him.
Hey, one of the
Love
coldest.
him.
He's scrappy. He's
Love
scrappy
him.
as hell. He gonna get under people's skin.
Love him.
And I just think Jimmy gonna have to really show up. But then Jimmy not enough. Jimmy not enough for LA, man. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be a couple blowouts too.
I'm going 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah,
3-0 for who?
LA.
Why?
Okay.
I mean, to be completely honest, I was talking to somebody else about this. Like, LA, like the only person I'm low key worried about is Eric Spoelstra. Like, I'm not worried
Man.
about Jimmy Butler. I'm not worried about Bam Adebayo. I'm not worried about Kuzma's ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. I'm not worried about none of them dudes. Like, because at the end of the day, when you talking about depth, like, all right, when you got Brown on Crowder, what's Crowder gonna really do? Like, Crowder's not going to be hitting those threes like that. That's not going to happen. AD on Adebayo's not going to be trying to handle all that stuff like that because AD used to be a point guard. So he already know he going to check you and he going to be able to work you when he gets you up in the post and when he gets you on the edge. And then you got the KCP, he out here doing his thing. He got lockdown defense and like you said, AC going nuts. He ain't going to let you get nothing. So you got Dragic. Yeah, Dragic will do a little bit, but outside of that, for the most part, Muggs is getting they heart stolen. Like Rondo will start checking people for real, for real. You think Marquise Moore finna sit up here and let you get off on him?
Hey,
Like,
you
bro,
want to talk
what?
about a dog?
Like, he'll knock you down. Why you
Rondo
doing
is the one keeping everything together on that dog tip. You know
Bro,
what I'm
for
saying? When we
real.
won, he like, man, when he hit that game winner, he like, man, that shit ain't shit.
Then
All right, we
Dwight
won, motherfucker,
Howard,
but shit, you shouldn't even
bro,
care.
Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, we got like our team just too big. Like they got some nice shooters. Cool. You got a nice little squad. Cool. The only person I'm worried about is that motherfucking conductor. The person that's moving all them pieces. That's a smart motherfucker. I ain't never
I
underestimated
just think they
that.
one piece
He
away.
cold.
The
He
Heat one
cold,
piece
yeah.
away, man.
He the reason the Heat beat Boston. He zoned us them 2 games and took everybody out the game.
I feel like Dwight and the other big man. I don't think they're gonna be a factor at all. You know, Miami they play kind of a small ball lineup, so
Yeah.
I don't see them playing too much. But I do want to see that AD matchup though, man. I think that's gonna be a good matchup.
Yeah, but him and
You don't think he gonna play
And
against dominate against Olynyk?
Who?
No, he ain't gonna play Olynyk against y'all. I don't think he's gonna play
Hell
Olynyk.
no. I don't think so.
Y'all gonna expose that because all you do is sit at the 3-point line.
right.
Who they other big man then?
Bam.
Besides Adebayo?
Damn.
He's gonna play the whole time though.
He did
They
against
gonna-
us.
I'm telling you, they gonna switch in Olynyk.
Bro,
I'm telling you, they gonna switch in Olynyk.
He been doing this shit the whole series. I mean, the whole
Yeah, the
playoff.
whole game.
The whole game. Even when the nigga was hurt, he was playing.
I feel like it's gonna be 2-1. Just because if you watch LeBron play the first games, he don't play hard game one for whatever reason. He be on some cerebral.
He filled
shit.
the team out.
He be just he try to just work his way through the game, and then if it's close in the fourth, then he'll try to take over the game. But the first game, he
That's what I
really
said.
sitting back, chilling, trying to figure out what they gonna do. He don't really play hard. I don't want to say he don't play hard, but he don't really like. It's more
No, I get what you're
cerebral than
saying.
trying to win the game type. You know what I'm saying? That's how since he was in Cleveland, like since he was in Miami, I've noticed every game one, he don't play hard the first game for whatever reason. It bothers the fuck out of me. He just sit back and he be on like some cerebral shit, like okay, they doing this,
And that shit don't work though. If
they
he
doing
3-9
this,
in the
they doing
finals,
that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling
that shit
you,
don't
For real
work.
though, hey,
He
no,
tried
but
that shit
one
against
thing,
Golden State. Curry lit his
one thing
ass
we
up.
Because
can't
I'm not
do
gonna lie.
is give these boys hope. We can't give them no type of hope. Because if we give them some hope, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said we got to get it over with in 5. We get that bitch to 6.
that's
You know what I'm
gonna be
saying?
scary.
It
I
could
think it's
potentially
gonna
get
be.
to a 7, and then I don't.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
too.
They got heart.
And they coming in with
fight.
all the
These
confidence in the
motherfuckers
world too.
ain't nobody giving them a shot. You feel me? Teams like that, shit. This reminds me as a Patriot fan of the New York Giants. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Which
We
one?
was supposed to win it twice. You know, these
Yep.
motherfuckers come in even against your Eagles, DQ. I mean,
Yeah.
18-1.
Brady was a heavy favorite. You feel me? And then these niggas come smack him in the mouth, and then now what? Now motherfucker, y'all playing our game, and that's what we fuck
Fly,
you. I
fly
was gonna
Eagles.
wear my Patriot shit, but fuck you. But real shit
It's
though,
only
that
one team in Pennsylvania.
we can't give these motherfuckers hope. We have to step on their fucking necks, and if we win game one, that's how I know we for sure. But
I agree.
you know, like I said, I think we're gonna lose game one, but we got to win those next two because I don't want to see us down 2-1. And Brian has a history of going down 2-1. Don't get me wrong, and coming back and winning. But I don't want to be down 2-1 against this team.
You
I
don't
think
sound too
Spoelstra
I think the biggest
arguably
thing.
probably is a
I don't
better
hear no
coach.
confidence.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
2-1.
No. I think the biggest thing
I
Miami
mean, I'm
do have for
confident.
them,
Oh, for
though.
sure. I'm confident, but I don't even want them to give the other team hope. You're the better team, Lakers. Play like it. You know what I'm saying? You got the best team on paper. You got the best team on the floor. All they got is a better coach and better shooters. They got better shooters,
Nah, I
and
ain't gonna
that's
say
today's
they
game.
got better
Shooters.
coach though. Vogel is a
They
good
got a better
bro.
coach.
I think Spoelstra.
I think
Spoelstra's a better coach. I give him
Spoelstra
that.
top 3.
And Vogel's never been in the championship. You feel me?
Vogel has
Like,
been to the conference championship against
Vogel has
Brown
a
a few
great
times
coaching
though.
staff, and he has LeBron.
Yeah.
He has a coaching staff, and he has LeBron.
That boy has
You know what I'm
Jason.
saying? Spoelstra
Yeah,
had
Bro,
LeBron, and he had Pat Riley.
he went to the
Spoelstra is
conference
coaching his
finals with
ass
Paul
off right
George.
now.
When was the last time Paul George went to the conference finals?
And who he lose to?
Bron.
Spoelstra and LeBron. Shit, I'm just saying, you know? Spoelstra done been there, and like I said, he's proven himself. Vogel ain't proved. You ain't proved shit.
He
Now,
got
I love, he got
Paul
my boy
George the
Jason
farthest
Kidd on
he
the
ever
coaching
went though.
staff. You know?
I
He
think the
got a
best
solid
thing that
coaching
Miami,
staff.
I think the best thing Miami do have in their favor, and I mean, let's be real, they got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
Nothing to
all the
lose.
pressure, I feel like all the pressure is with LA. It's pressure on LeBron as far as his this individuality when it comes to just his legacy as a player. It's pressure on AD, see if AD can get his first ring. It's pressure on the coach because they put together damn near every assistant on the Lakers coaching staff can be a head coach on any team in the NBA right now. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the pressure is crazy with LA and Miami coming into it like, man, we got these young boys. Shit, we got nothing to lose. You know, everybody written us
Nothing
off.
to
Nobody
lose.
even expecting us to be here. So I feel like that shit right there can creep up if Lakers come in playing, you know what I'm saying, playing that lax ball.
Yeah.
They got to come in and they got to dominate. And honestly, man,
They
I feel like they
have
got to
to.
sweep these boys. If they let it get to like a
Real
2-2
talk though,
series,
they really
it's gonna be
have
scary.
to. They have to come and show like we want this. We're the better team. Like you said, we playing for a lot. Kobe,
Yeah.
you know, a lot is riding on this series for LA.
Mhm.
And like he said, that he have nothing to lose, and you don't want to play a team like that.
And I know
Every
No.
series they've been the underdog.
Yeah.
Every series they've been the underdog. You know what I'm saying?
another
Last team to do that was the Pistons.
Yeah,
I was
when
gonna
I
say
seen
the
that shit
Pistons.
against Milwaukee, dog, I was just like, yo. Yeah, I
Another
ain't
If
gonna lie.
LeBron lose, they're gonna blackball him out of LA. They'll blackball
LeBron
him for
lose,
this.
man.
Hey, I
This
do
is
got
all
a
about
question
Kobe.
though.
This is all about
Hey,
Kobe.
Ernest,
I-
I want you to
Ain't gonna lie
answer
and
me
say
this
that they
first though,
wrong.
E.
what's up, Jordan?
At the end of the season, whether y'all win or lose, say you got to choose one or the other. Who you going with next year? You going with AD or you going with LeBron?
I'm going with LeBron. It's not even a question.
You can only keep one.
This nigga.
Okay, for
I'm
sure.
talking about for the Lakers as a team or as a fan.
Bro,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
bro,
saying you can
bro,
only.
he's
No,
not
I'm
a
saying you can
Lakers
only
fan,
keep
bro.
I'm
one
not
on
a
the
Lakers
team.
fan,
Bro,
bro.
he's
I'm
not a
Lakers
Lakers
fan.
fan, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
I'm not a Lakers
He
fan.
Okay,
no
well,
Lakers
for the
fan.
Lakers fans, then y'all keeping AD or y'all keeping LeBron? If you
Nigga,
had
I'm
to
going with
choose.
I'm
Keep
going with
it
the
AD.
Lakers.
What do you mean?
I'm
If it
going
was
with the
up to
Lakers.
me,
Hey,
I would
listen.
have Kawhi Leonard as the starting small forward of the
Exactly.
Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
one thing I want to mention though that I heard on ESPN today is that how this nigga Pat Riley like really like disliked LeBron. Like the only reason he even still in the Miami organization is because he wanted to get a championship before LeBron got one. And no one's talking
I
about
don't know.
that like that beef that they got between each other.
This
I ain't
headline,
know
I
it
told
was
my boy
smoke.
that this headline
Yeah,
of
I didn't even know nothing about
LeBron
that.
versus Pat Riley, his old team, and Pat Riley was a Laker. He played for the Lakers. He coached for the Lakers. Like people ain't even paying attention to that headline right there
Yeah.
too much. Like like it's a big series. Pat Riley wants to win too. You might see him on the floor.
Yeah, you might see him
You
like
might catch him on the floor one
let's talk
game. You
about
know what I'm
Riley,
saying? Like
like LeBron.
yeah, they don't. They
Left.
don't like each
Like,
other. You know what I'm saying?
Pat Riley GOAT status though. He
He
definitely GOAT
is.
he
status,
is,
bro. He
for sure.
He
he
is.
orchestrating all this shit in the background, man.
He led more black people to freedom than Moses.
This
I'm just
He
playing.
on his Yeezy shit.
I'm
He
just
on his Yeezy. The Black Moses.
playing.
Lifestyles is a men's and women's clothing store that carries exclusive quality labels. Their mission is to bridge the gap between mainstream fashions and luxury brands. They're the go-to place for the latest fashions and trends. You can shop with them online at lifestylesapparel.com. That's LIFESTYLEZ apparel.com. And follow them online at Lifestyles Apparel on all social media outlets. While you're at it, visit them at their brand new Memphis location.
Mark Madness, let's go crazy.
Back to the podcast. All right, moving into our next topic, football. Okay, football's playing. I think we in week 4 now. We moving into week 4 now. How do y'all feel about everything with football? To me, I feel like the NFL didn't do as good of a job with the games on TV as the NBA did. When you're watching the
What do you
playoffs
mean?
right now, even though the fans aren't there, I still feel like, other than like the chants and shit, the game still feels somewhat normal. When you watching the NFL games, it feels like ain't nobody in that bitch. Like they don't got the fake crowd noises and the
Hard though. It's outside 100,000.
I mean, yeah,
80,000.
it's
Right.
hard.
You
It's
know.
That's
hard
a
though.
lot harder for the
Hey,
NFL.
but there's no
and
gimmick to it though. They didn't change anything. They literally just
No,
keep the
and
niggas on the field.
y'all playing the NBA playing in a little ass gym. You
AU
know what I'm
gym,
saying?
yeah.
Closed off.
AAU
It's,
Yeah.
gym.
that's an
You
AAU
can't
tournament that
now
The
Right.
field house
they
bigger
would
than
have
that.
played at high schools, it would have looked different. You get what I'm saying? But they still playing at their regular stadiums. So
And
and
there's a
and
lot
to
less
be honest,
teams.
it's only like 6 teams that
Right.
got granted to have him.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
did you realize the first game of the Chiefs, they got granted to have more than what showed up?
Facts.
People ain't fucking with that shit.
That's true. That's true.
They not, because I forget what they was granted, and they had under that.
I'm talking
You know what
about
I'm saying? So
the dynamics of it. Like even like
it's too
NFL
hard.
coming up with those virtual reality
Yeah, it's too
seats
hard.
and shit.
It's too
They
hard.
don't have any gimmicks to try to make the viewership new because of what's going on.
When we was in
I
when
think
we was in college, practicing to play Grand Valley, bro. Grand Valley bring 30,000. You get what I'm saying? It's loud, you can't hear nothing. They
Mhm.
brought speakers all the way around our field just so you can hear the crowd noise. But at the end of the day, it's never the same. You get to that game, you
Yeah.
can't hear shit. You're looking at the ball. And me being a fullback, you can't hear the quarterback hit, none of that. You get what I'm saying? You're watching the ball the whole game. Everybody can't hear shit. It's so loud. It's too hard to do it. And the speakers ain't that loud to do it. The only person I think that can do it is Jerry's World.
I was gonna say probably
Hey, to piggyback off what you said, I kind of got that feel yesterday watching Monday Night Football. Like I had the Ravens winning that game. You know what I'm saying? If they had their fans, I think they would have won that game. But you give a great team, a team that just won the Super Bowl, Patty Mahomes, he comes in with no fans.
Yeah.
We're just playing football.
It's over.
Mhm.
It's
It's
over.
over. You know,
It's
you're gonna
over.
see the better team win 9 times out of 10 now. You know what I'm saying?
In
Not
football.
Right.
not the underdog games too much. You know what I'm saying? Like no fans. Like it's a difference with football. Like as far as watching it as a fan, I still love it. I still can, but you can
Right.
hear certain things like their cadences. You know,
Yeah.
it's a kind of different feel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm still happy we got it, but like I said, I think it affects the players more than anything.
I think the biggest issue as
I
far
agree.
as that whole field thing that you're talking about, I think the football, as far as just, and not even just NFL, just football in general, the pace of the game is too slow. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally, you got one play, we watching one play, that play is over, we stop, we regroup, then we come up with another play. Where in basketball, it's up and
Back
down
and forth.
action all day. You
point.
know what I'm saying? You really don't even need fans at that point, because fans in football, they react off a good play.
Yeah.
Fans in
Mhm.
basketball, it could be reaction off anything. You know what I'm saying? Because the pace of the
Something ain't
game
got
is
to
just
do
way
with
too
the ball.
far.
Yeah.
Right. And then like Kyrie said, you give a nigga like Pat Mahomes a stadium with no fans, but that's like going playing 7-on-7 football, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Scrimmage.
lit their
Right.
ass up, bro. He lit their ass up.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I think that when you compare the NBA situation versus the NFL situation, there's so many factors that come into play with that. Just because, like, the NBA, even at the very restart of the bubble, they had so many less teams that they even had to worry about. They're all in one location. You know, there's no coordinating stadiums all across the country.
Less people.
All of that. They only had to worry about the environment in this one place. If we can make this one place good, we'll be fine. But in the NFL right now, you got to worry about 32 different stadiums. You got to make them all, good. You outside, the noise is different. You know what I'm saying? Like when especially even with the teams, like you said, that's got the outdoor arenas, there's no way that you can, reenact that crowd noise, because it's, that sound is just going to carry out of the stadium.
And with the whole situation with the no crowd, you can hear everything.
Mhm.
I think I was telling Kyrie, just listen to a football game. You're gonna hear ball calls, you're gonna hear everything.
All that.
Like
Everything.
That better
you're gonna
actually.
hear the quarter. You can finally hear the
Everything,
quarterback say hit, hike the ball, whatever they
Hey,
be saying.
bro,
So
I
it's
was watching
easier.
the
You get what I'm
Raiders
saying? So
game.
now we scrimmaging.
I was watching the
Game
Raiders game, bro.
Yep.
They was they was doing the little cadence and shit. The damn analyst even called out what he
Man.
said. He's like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the owner name? Al Davis?
Bro.
Something
Hell
I'm
Davis.
like,
Same thing
yeah.
with it was Drew Brees, bro. And everybody know
Yeah.
Drew Brees get to the line. He changed all type of audibles. He
Yeah.
coming to the line of scrimmage for probably 3 to 5 plays. You know what I'm saying, as far as options based on how the defense lined up. Every single play, bro. I'm talking about check, Coco. Then the analysts, all right, well, he's gonna go right here. Or they called a Ricky call, so expect the call going to the right.
Yep.
Or they got a Lucy
Yeah.
call.
So
And I'm just looking like,
So
damn,
if
like
they
that shit
see
crazy,
that,
bro.
how do you think the defense is scouting that? You
It's
know
gonna
what I'm
be
saying?
tougher.
Like I think
All
it's
skill.
making it easy. Yeah, it's more skill. And like we said,
It's
when you
skill
have a
on
team
skill
like
now.
or a
Who's
quarterback like
better?
Patty
I
Mahomes,
don't
I
and
even
know
know
what
if
you're
this
you
doing
have
now.
season is
those skilled
actually going to
players,
finish out, to be honest.
Hey, that's facts.
honestly.
I don't think this shit gonna
it's a bold
I don't
finish
statement.
think it
Because
is. I don't think it
you
is.
saw a game might already be getting
Bold
canceled.
statement. Well, they're moving it to Monday night, I see, just so they
Yeah.
can try to extend whatever the quarantine or whatever. But
The Titans, their
um,
staff got infected. Like 10 of their
That's
staff.
a scary. That's a scary
Yeah, but
thing right
it was
there, though.
both teams though,
You know,
wasn't it?
just
five
the
staff,
Titans,
3
I think.
players.
Titans.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
Yeah.
5
was
staff,
both
3
teams that
players.
got.
No, but
Okay.
I think the scary thing about that, I think what we gonna start seeing, especially at the college level, I think is we're gonna start seeing a lot of teams faking their tests, or just you know what I'm saying, just having fake results, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's going on right now. I mean, for you to have 5 personnel and 3 players, three unidentified players to test positive, and you telling me that's it,
Unidentified.
man, get the fuck out, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't no 3 players testing positive when you're around 70 other players, and you know what I'm saying, you doing any and everything with these players. I
Right.
guarantee you at least
Right.
20 players got that shit, bro.
And
Yeah.
you got to
In
put
the football
outside. It's
locker room,
about
if
to
one
get
got it,
cold.
about half of them got it.
About common flu. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers gonna come as soon as the game over with. Nigga, all playing outside in that cold. The common
Yep.
flu is gonna hit, and everybody's gonna test positive. It's the same thing as
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
Nah, it ain't the same, but
That's
it's
the
just
point. When
more
that
easier
I
to
mean,
get.
when
it's
The
but
flu might be
the
that
worse
weather
symptoms is
starts
around the
changing.
same.
because of the situation. Them playing like that, having to play outside and stuff. The flu actually might be worse. You know what I'm saying? Even though we got a cure for the flu, well, not a cure, but we have a Tamiflu.
This situation may become an epidemic.
Yeah, their situation for sure. And that was my thing too. Like the NFL didn't prepare for this shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what the players were saying.
They basically
That's why you have.
we gonna get off as many games as we can. That's all they said.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's Kyrie boy.
Hey, they didn't have a safety plan though. Like they didn't. That's why you see 8 Patriot players not playing. That's why you see some people who had newborn babies like, you know
My
what?
nigga,
I'm
I
gonna
need the
shield
money.
my family. I'm not about
Start
to
this.
risk my son getting this shit.
Hey,
You know.
Yeah.
So,
but look though, that's the biggest difference between the NBA and the NFL. The NBA is a players driven league, where the NFL is an owners driven league. Everything the owners say, that's gold. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the NBA, if LeBron say we ain't playing, nigga, we not playing. I don't give a fuck who the owner is. You know what I'm saying? But NFL, they don't give a fuck. It's straight owners. And I think that's the biggest difference. And also, I mean, niggas ain't speaking on it, but I feel like the NFL just the field is different because I don't feel like they're 100% behind this whole Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where the fans and shit there. I feel like they'll be wasting money by trying to I guess bring in more viewers and bring in viewership and shit like that. We already seen what happened the first game. These niggas didn't even take a knee the first game, bro. They locked up and niggas still booed. Like that shit crazy.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Definitely hear you. Now, what's y'all thoughts on college football? So the Big Ten is starting next week, I think, right?
Yeah, they got bullied at the start of their season.
I don't know, man. Notre
it's the
Dame
end of
just
October.
got caught with some stuff.
The Big Ten got bullied in playing football this year.
Notre Dame, they just got caught with about like 15 kids, and I think it's they tested positive for COVID, and then like I think like an additional 10 personnel or something like that. It was a good amount of people.
See, this is different than the NFL. The colleges is paying for you to go to school, so basically they're responsible for you.
Right.
So Big Ten was kind of wary about doing it in the first place. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, like Rashard said, they got bullied into doing it because the SEC is playing.
Right.
So SEC
Nah,
and the
you know who
Big
put
Ten
that
are the
phone call
two.
in.
Big conference.
So it's the two big money conferences. You get what I'm saying? Now we don't got the Big Ten playing. How much money is college football really
losing out?
about to lose?
That's fact.
Right.
That's fact.
So now you got them playing, but now everybody's still worried because, like we said, it's about to get cold.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas gonna be out there playing still, all that.
Yeah.
And be around. I don't care how you do it. Like you said, like DQ, I think said, you around 70 motherfuckers, you're passing that shit on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To somebody. So somebody's gonna get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, once you do that in college, now it's like, damn, we responsible for these kids. You get what I'm saying? So now I don't know I don't think they're finishing. I don't think college is finishing. I don't think they'll have a national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think none of that in college.
I don't think so.
Facts.
No, I think it's too hard to. It's
I
too
would
hard
be surprised if they
to control the players, though. You know what I'm saying? They expected to go to school. They expected to do all that shit. Like you can't keep grips on the players like that. Like you can do with an NFL. You can set up a team personnel to make sure he go to his home, his hotel, wherever he's supposed to be at. Right. And this nigga ain't going out. He ain't doing shit. We can't afford to, you know what I'm saying, have our star player be gone for 2 weeks because he got COVID. Right. Versus these college players, nigga, you leave it. You know what I'm saying? You leaving, niggas probably go turn up. Niggas try to get some pussy. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? It just it's too much where you just can't control the players, man. It's gonna be tough.
Facts.
Personally, I just can't get behind the fact that like you can't even have kids in classrooms, but you can have 70 people, you know, sweating and touching each other all day long. Like it just don't make sense to me. Exactly. I can't sit in a seat and listen to a teacher, but we can sweat and rub up against each other for 4 hours, and it's cool.
Facts. Exactly why they should be getting paid. God damn it. It's a fucking job. It's not a fucking student, whatever. But nah.
Essential workers.
Yeah,
niggas
essential workers.
We're generating billions for your school. Right, yeah. Let me get something.
This week's episode is sponsored by the Design Lab at Shutterstock & Co. From logos and business cards to invitations and custom tees, the Design Lab is your one-stop shop for graphics. The Design Lab is the sole creator for copacetic merchandise, available now. Use your promo code copacetic for 10% off your copacetic merchandise. Shop now using the link in our bio. Back to the podcast. Moving into our next segment, the consciously copacetic segment. So news came out that Deion Sanders was going to Jackson State and he finna coach at a HBCU. Also, that Mo Williams is coaching at what I say is my alma mater, Alabama State basketball team. What do y'all think having these recognizable athletes are gonna do for athletics in the Black community at HBCUs and just college students going forward? Do you think there may be a resurgence of how HBCUs were back in the day when that was the only place that we can be?
No, I think it's going to be even bigger than that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to be huge. Like, the amount of money that they putting in these TV contracts, and then once everything starts going back to how, not normal, because there's a lot of things that's going to be changed, but just going back to somewhat the way that it was and having people congregate again. If you have that same congregation in the Black universities, the same way that it's like in Duke or North Carolina or anything like that, and LSU and everything, is going to be monumental, the amount of money that's going to generate between them and how much that will actually change our trajectory as just far as a whole for all of our next coming up generations as well. And then just for the ones that's already still living right now. So it's just even the people that's going to be around that to benefit, like let's say at Jackson State, that right there alone is going to have so many D1 people decommit from other schools and they end up coming to him. It's going to have so many different TV contracts come to that school. And then on top of that, that's going to have other people go to the other schools because they're going to end up getting better TV contracts as well because it's going to be a chain effect. So all of that happening, and then you have other teachers. Like you got other teachers that's a part of the music industry and stuff like that, and other professors coming to them as well. Yep. It's like, bro, this is really gonna get crazy, and this is a different level of wealth that we've attained, and how much we've actually known what our dollar can do. So with all of this, and our young kids are starting to get it too. Yeah. You got Bobo going over there to another place, and then these other kids that's starting like
they're going to Howard.
Oh yeah, I'm finna go to Howard. I'm finna go to what's name? I'm finna go to Hampton.
Yep.
That's where it's gonna really change when those top athletes in the nation start going to those colleges.
Right.
And it's already going there. Like we said, Bobo and Mikey Williams talking about it. When those players start going to those, Zion Williamson really should have been the first. He was gonna go to one, but he didn't. He chose the worst school ever he could have went to. But
Duke had that check for him.
Right.
Yeah. He dropped the bag, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, but that's when it's really gonna change when you get those players that's doing it. Like if Imani Bates would have did it, that would have been huge. You know what I'm saying? Those big names going to those colleges, now people are gonna pay attention more. But like a prime time going to that school is automatically gonna get people tuning in, like, let me see what they doing there. Let me check on them. Start seeing how they doing. People going to the games, and his coaching staff is solid. If you can name down the list of elite Hall of Famers he has on his coaching staff, who wouldn't want to play for them?
Right, Terrell.
Shit, I want to play football right now. Shit, we all can go out there right now. Who's not going to be motivated? Who's not going to be motivated if you're a true athlete and you're playing with Warren Sapp, T.O., and fucking Deion Sanders is the man running the show?
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
It's definitely huge.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing though for all of this is the thing that's gonna change the tide is like right now it's dope so far, but I think when that switch will flip is when that first dominant team comes from one of those schools.
Facts.
Because that's going to be what you need first. You're going to need that dominance. When they start showing up in the playoffs, when they start, if you get that team that wins a championship, that's when it's going to
All
really
it's gonna
start
take
to,
is like,
that tide
you
is
know
going to
how
shift.
Duke got 1, 2, and 3, or Kentucky gets
Mm-hmm.
1 through 7 on the fucking team. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
take.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. You know, us African Americans, we dominate basketball and football as the top athletes in the sport. You know,
Right.
and all it's gonna take is the number 1 through 5 to just be like, hey, shit, y'all want to go win over here? Y'all want to do some shit that's never been done? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. On
That's
some Fab Five
legacy.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
legacy right there. You know what I'm saying? Not doing it at a school that's 1-1, not doing it at a school that's got multiple chips or a great head coach that they're gonna, you know, go get this motherfucker named Joe Terry a championship. You know what I'm saying? Over here in one of these black colleges. Go get one of them a championship. You know, be elite, build your own legacy.
Facts. I agree.
Right.
And like I went to HBCU my first 2.5 years of college. So when I'm telling you, like the love and the atmosphere is just different. It's on another level. Like, people think Duke and all this shit got like fans and they crazy and all shit. No, nigga. Go to a black college football game. Go to a black college basketball game and see the love
Mm-hmm.
that you get in that bitch. The athletes, the Greeks, you know what I'm saying? All the other different organizations on that shit. All the alumni that come down from the game. Motherfuckers
It's like a community.
It's a community, right? Motherfucker know
Yeah.
your grandpa, your grandma, and shit like that. We all been here. We all go here, nigga. This our school, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's a different level. And then the entertainment going to something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Michigan game, Michigan State game, halftime come, shit, I gotta go piss. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
go get something to eat.
Right.
I gotta go get some food or something. Halftime at these black colleges, nigga, that's the nigga when the teams
That's a
start,
show though. Cause
that's good
that's
at
a
the
show.
show, nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be an event every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you got these two powerhouse black colleges going at each other. Then the bands is fucking powerhouses going at each other, which gonna draw, like Rashad was saying, different TV deals. It's gonna be a TV deal on top of a TV deal. You don't just get to watch the game. No, we need another contract so y'all can watch these bands battle each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every Saturday. If it's done right, it could be like changing for our community. You know what I'm saying?
But
It's gonna be changing.
Yeah, I think the big thing with that, man, I feel like a lot of these big quote unquote white schools, or however you want to call it, what we call it, PWIs.
PWIs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think they kind of showing their true colors, like as far as everything that we got going on. And I feel like our young athletes, they need to go where they are accepted at. You know what I'm saying? Where they wanted at. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like any of these athletes that's going to these big PWIs to play football or basketball, I mean, everybody know they going there just to keep the university lights on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we doing this and we putting this stuff back into our own people, man, and I think Rashard said it, man. I think we'll really see the power of the black dollar. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we all gotta have that same mentality, and everybody gotta be on board. It can't be just a Mikey Williams going to a school. And honestly, if Mikey Williams not dragging at least 15 or 20 players in this class, in this graduating class, to do the same thing, then we dropping the ball right there. You know what I'm saying? Because the momentum is there. The momentum is there.
Right.
I feel like everything's set in place right now that's going on as far as in our society. I feel like it's there. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we just got to do it. We got to do it. It's huge seeing the Deion Sanders go there. It's huge seeing Chris Paul be a huge advocate for it. And honestly, I feel like after his first year of after retirement, he's gonna end up coaching at HBCU. You know what I'm saying? He's a huge advocate for it. So I think
he's
Mikey
gonna
Williams.
coach.
Yeah, he's definitely going to coach for sure. And I think what Mikey Williams doing right now, if I'm him, and like I said, I know he's young, I think he's only a sophomore. If I'm him, I'm talking to these other athletes. When we go into AAU, when we go in these different camps, I'm talking to these other athletes. Hey man, hey, let's do this, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Kentuckys, fuck the Dukes. Let's go to Howard. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Central State. Let's do something like that. So I think that's gonna be a huge deal, man. I think it can grow up and be something that neither of us ever would have imagined that shit could be if it's done the right way.
Facts.
And it'll be so beautiful. It'll be so beautiful.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with everybody. One thing that's gonna happen is it's gonna be a lot of more schools getting major black coaches. Right now, we could probably sit here and go on and on about the NBA blackballing black coaches right now.
Yeah.
It's too many that should be getting shots. Where did Steve Nash come out of?
Right.
Why is he getting a shot?
That was because of Kevin.
So I hope that they realize what's going on and just take their talents to where it need to be.
Right.
Y'all,
where they wanted it.
Y'all see what's going on.
Hey,
go help these black schools.
Hey,
go,
but you know what
they
I'm
gonna
gonna
pay
say?
y'all.
And like DQ said, though, it's gonna take more than just one. Like one person is gonna be scared to just make that leap. Okay, it's just me there. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough. We need multiple. We need like 6, 7, 8. Like we need a team. Like a team of y'all. Like, look, man, let's do something that's never been done. Let's, like I said, let's create our own legacy. You know what I'm saying? Let's build. Let's open the door. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Bro,
like
imagine,
real shit.
I'm,
shit that a movie will be made. A movie will seriously be made about that. If they
imagine a team like
Howard
Howard going to the NCAA championship, bro. You know how many black people that should have bring out, dog?
Nigga, what?
Man, it'd be crazy,
that
bro.
should be like Wakanda all over again.
Hell
hey, nigga, watch. As soon as one of these schools win the championship, watch the recruiting rules change.
It's going to change.
They'll find a way.
You know it is.
They'll find a way.
They're gonna try to drop their division.
Yeah. You live in Michigan, so you can only go to these couple schools. Right?
They're gonna be like, well, you gotta at least have one white player, or you gotta have one white coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, ain't this an all-black college? Like, why do we have? So, you know. But all right,
we're gonna see some changes for sure.
Definitely, they're gonna definitely move the goalposts on their ass for sure.
Like, oh no, y'all doing what now?
Niggas can't kick. Niggas can't kick.
Facts. Going to Alabama State, like 2 Chainz went to Alabama State. He played on the basketball team there. So like that nigga used to come to campus and just every blue moon he'd just be walking around that bitch while we out partying on campus or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like having all the black schools have connections like that somewhere down the line. I'm saying Ludacris went to Alabama State. Like it's a whole bunch of shit like that stuff that we should have been doing, like taking our own resources and building it up. Alabama State, like from when I went there to now, it's completely different. Like the stadium used to be off campus. Now the stadium's on campus now, just because over time you just build up. And now if these black schools can get those athletes, 5-10 years, they'll be competing with the Alabamas, the Kentuckys, the Michigans, things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we don't have pride.
To piggyback what you saying and stuff, me and Brock had a conversation about going back to high school and making our college decision again.
Yeah.
We would have went to an all-black school.
Yeah. Yep. It's completely different experience.
Yeah, it just, like, looking back at it, like, I had certain offers from black schools, but I'm looking at it like people were downplaying it because they were losing their credits in certain areas.
Yep.
So you get what I'm saying? So people downplayed it, but looking back at it, I definitely would have changed my decision.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I go to practice and my coach would just pass out the letters and shit, bro, it Jackson State, throw that bitch. Alabama State, throw that bitch. Central State want you to come.
That's how I was, bro, because everybody was dogging them.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Like, but it's like growing up, I didn't know nothing about HBCUs. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, bro, as a black adolescent growing up, bro, I didn't even know what the fucking HBCU was until I got to Western. That shit crazy though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not talked about. But I think that's the biggest difference right now, man. We got so many powerful people in powerful positions who's actually talking about, who's advocating for it. Now these young athletes, they have no excuse now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how that shit gonna play out.
Facts.
Facts.
I'm telling you, like, you think you went to, like, I've been to parties at Michigan and Michigan State and all these big colleges. Western, nigga, we threw the parties at Western. Nigga, when I'm telling you, nigga, you be in the party at the HBCU, motherfucker, Plies will just walk in that bitch just because he on tour and the school having a party and Plies just in this bitch free concert all of a sudden, nigga. Like, this shit's crazy. Like, it's another level. Like, so shout out to all the young athletes. If y'all can get y'all shit together, you know what I'm saying? Join the wave, man. Join the
Western
wave.
wouldn't even let us pay 2 Chainz to come to Western.
Oh, you celebrated.
So he wouldn't even let us
you
pay
cel-
that, man.
Join the wave. Moving into our next topic, the email of the week. Shout out to all my copacetic listeners. Make sure you're creating your own clips and pubbing the podcast. That way you're able to be entered in our monthly contest to get your free copacetic merch. This week for the email of the week, dear TCH, dear the copacetic hour, my boyfriend broke up with me because I was a hoe before I got with him. We were watching a video a couple weeks back about the women who suck 7 NBA dicks in the same setting. And I said, what's wrong with that? He was joking like, oh, so if you've done this before? But I couldn't say no. He called me a hoe and left. I'm mad because he didn't even give me a chance to explain. So my question is to the men, can you accept a woman for her past? No, they weren't professionals, but they were on the college team.
Oh, she got jokes. She got jokes.
The answer is hell no to that.
All right.
All right, so look.
Yeah.
I say it's a two-way street. Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because she probably was going through her little hoe phase,
Right.
and she got a hoe phase out. Most females will go through their hoe phase, but shit, she was honest about it. So, hey, you can't get mad at her for being real.
Right.
You just can't handle it. That's just some fragile ego shit. But on top of that, though, yeah, you don't also make the best candidate for what you want as your kid's first teacher.
Facts.
Like the person that just doesn't sound like you have good judgment doing stuff like that.
Right.
So that would make somebody question how you actually move and what you would end up putting your kids in predicaments of and how you would end up influencing them. So because of that, I can understand why you would want to. I don't think he should denigrate you by calling you a hoe because you're going, mugs, we all do the same thing. But at the end of the day, does that make you a good candidate for being that top parent? Probably not.
Okay.
And that's just how I look at it.
I can hear that.
I think that has a lot to do with the fortitude of the man involved. Like he was saying, like if you aren't confident in yourself and you feel like you're going to be competing with her past the whole time, then you might as well walk. You know what I'm saying? That'll save both of y'all some time. But, if you're confident in yourself, you feel like you can handle that, feel free to go for it. Because to be honest with you, a lot of girls that were like that, they got married quicker. They settle down faster. You know what I'm saying? Once they get that out their system, they know what that is like. So there's no, attraction to it. It's more so for the women who've never experienced stuff like that. They are intrigued by the what ifs, what is that like? Blah, 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 I'm not saying that I would do it, but, hey, if that's for you, that's for you.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, look. Hey, y'all niggas tripping, dog.
Thank you.
Hey, listen.
What
Hey,
more
listen.
do
Y'all
you
niggas tripping.
want from me?
You talking?
It's a one-way street. It's a one-way street. Tell him, DQ.
Hey, what's wrong with this
Said
nigga, dog?
that's a hell no,
What players?
nigga.
You did what
Hey.
with how many players?
Hey, nigga, you
He
suck 7
said,
dicks in one night.
she
Hey,
said
Suck
they
7 dicks
weren't
in one night.
professionals, but they were
hey,
college
but
players.
let me
Right.
ask you this though. Hey, let me ask you this.
Tripping.
Did you at least have more than 10 bodies when you was in college?
Right. Jordan?
Yes.
All
Talking
right,
about
then.
Jordan?
So why you judging?
You
Hey,
said,
look.
DQ, how many
Hey,
you
look.
said you had?
I'm judging.
I'm
I
judging.
played
look.
college sports.
Because it's a
I know
fucked
what
up,
it's like. I'm
up
judging.
double standard though, man. Like women are set to a higher standard than men. Like it is what it is. Like we don't know why. Nobody knows why. But at the end of the day, like, you know how they say your body is a temple, you know, like shit, women at the end of the day, like you gotta live by that shit. Like niggas do some stupid shit for real.
Yeah,
You
I
know
ain't
what I'm
saying that
saying?
you
And
should fuck.
niggas
Look, this is what I'm saying though.
and like I said, like women are just set to a higher standard than men. Like at the end of the day, and that's why it's a double standard and it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, it's no answer to why.
Nah, there is an answer. It's
Nah,
bullshit.
there's an
But
answer for sure.
like, so that's the answer is that it's bullshit. But the thing is though, is like, all right, look, here's how I look at a hoe. A hoe would be somebody who sits up there, does all that shit, and then lie about it. Like how you sitting up there looking like Boo Boo the Fool, while all these other mugs sitting up here doing whatever they doing, and then they kikiing and shit, and you sitting up there like, bro, why they laughing and shit and everything like that? She's like, I don't know. And it's that and third. You end up going to the bathroom, find out she blew the whole motherfucking stall. Like, everybody up in that bitch. So you just kind of, that stuff you don't want to deal with. But a person that's keeping it real with you, hey, man, that kind of show more on her character than anything. Like, she kept it real with you when she didn't have to.
She 100? Yeah.
She kept it 100.
But still, but
I get it,
like
though.
you
I
said,
get
it's
it.
like
I
you
get it.
judging.
I ain't saying
But
that
it
you
seemed
should.
like
I
he
ain't saying
just.
you should wife her, but that's at
But
your
didn't he
discretion.
just find out during
Right.
the little conversation?
Right. He
Ain't
was
that what she
joking
said?
around.
So that ain't being real.
Yeah. He didn't know that. He didn't know she was.
Nah, but
Yeah, he ain't
look,
know.
look. She ain't.
It
I
sounds
mean,
like he didn't know, and then he hit her with the 7 bodies with the what?
Hey, look, bro, y'all
He
niggas
said,
tripping. Hey, look,
This
look,
whole
look. Hey,
mindset
look, bro.
went crazy.
Hey, y'all niggas tripping, bro. Hey, listen, sucking 7 dicks in a
at
night.
one
That's not
time.
at one time, bro.
oh,
Nigga,
hold on, I ain't hear that.
That's not no whole.
Yeah, that's what we tried to
That's
tell you.
what he said though. He
Y'all
didn't
niggas
say
tripping,
he
man.
didn't say different. She had
Hey,
sex
no,
with
but
7 people.
yeah,
He
like
didn't
I
say
ain't
that.
saying
She
that
said
she didn't get
same
wife.
Just
7
I
found
ain't
dicks
saying
at
out.
that she didn't get
one
wife.
And
time,
he just
nigga.
found out.
Hey, this
Hey,
nigga
I
this
never
nigga
look,
That's why I
look.
said your body is a temple.
Look,
You
I
know what
never
I'm
said that
saying?
you look, but you still can't be judgmental. Because look, at the end of the day, I'm saying I ain't saying that she should be wife or that you or the dude should be wife.
Oh
Because if
shit.
let's say if it's a dude that's eating off us about 8 different chicks. Like shit, either one, both of them won't like out here getting it in. Like, and trust me, I done seen the Savvy 7 and happen. Y'all know I done seen the Savvy 7. I done seen the Spectacular 6. I done seen the Fab 5. I done seen the Fabulous 4. I mean the Fantastic 4. The Triangle Offense. The 2 on pump, 2 for 1 special. All the whole 9. Trust me, I done
What's
seen it
college
all.
like for you, bro?
Right?
Elite 8, Nasty 9, 10 on pump ones. On us on them all. The crazy thing is though is that them people still, like you said, they get married. Them mugs end up married. All them females, and think about a majority of the females that you know that we went to Western with that was on some, like, that got down. I'm talking about got down.
Y'all
Like,
got
tell me
rings
that
though.
they ain't got no
Bet you
dude
that
or
man
they
don't
ain't
know.
married.
Betty don't know though.
Thank you, Ernest. Tell him.
No,
Tell him.
some of them
Tell
don't
him,
know.
E. So if a bitch hit you with that, Rashard, you talking to her, and she hit you with that, and it's a bitch, oh, you fucking with her? You still fucking with her?
Bro, type of nigga you think I am?
Oh, I mean, you sound like you were supporting this shit.
Right.
I'm supportive of being equal. I'm
Shit, I had
supportive
to
of
make sure.
keeping the same energy. I can't be biased.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from my personal preference,
Right.
I'm not fucking with that. But I can't be biased as far as just a critique.
No, yeah, I'm with you on
I'm
that though.
with you on
Yeah,
that.
I get
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
with you on
saying.
that
I get what
100.
you're
percent
saying.
Yeah,
I'm with you
Yeah, I get
100%
what you're
on that.
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
it's
I
like if
agree with
you
that.
like what you like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It's some
That's
people.
all I'm saying.
It's some dudes.
You like what you like. I
If
just don't
you
have to like
they
it
in
too.
love with a motherfucker, they
Yup.
don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll
Yeah.
tell you know what I tell people? I love that for you.
Right. If you
That's
like
what I
it,
tell them. I
if you
love
like
that.
it, I love it. It's
I
fine.
love that for
Oh,
you.
that's the old black people
Don't like
shade
them.
Yeah.
though.
If
You
you like it, I
can't you
love it.
can't pull that. If you like it, I love
Hey,
it. That's the old
Let's nigga
shade.
like
like a low key sneak diss real quick, but it's like a subtle diss, but it ain't.
Moral of the story, young lady, is that don't be
Do
ashamed
you be you?
of what you have done. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say you should maybe champion it like you did to your boyfriend, especially if you ain't had no prior conversations with him about that.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just throw that out there all randomly. But once y'all need to sit down, have a conversation. It ain't a deal breaker. Don't get me wrong, not a deal breaker for maybe for him. But you know,
And
be more conscious.
don't justify it either and
Yeah, don't
say
justify it.
they were they weren't NBA stars, but they were college players.
Yeah, don't do that for sure. But y'all, you
They
gotta
were
have that
still
conversation. Facts.
Yeah, let's hope he don't listen to this because he gonna be like,
You just
okay,
need to
yeah, I'm
call
good.
Rashard up to get some confidence and shit about it.
that shit funny, man.
Moving into our next segment. This is the last segment of the podcast, the hood situation. What hood situation? Who hood situation? Cause shit be happening in the hood. So today's hood situation, because this was a sports podcast, I want everybody, I think everybody played sports in their lifetime. Tell your greatest sports moment.
Yeah, is it team or like you talking about individual?
Tell both. Tell both. Tell your both team and individual.
Or individual, I'll have to say my own homeboy cussed me out because I gave up a fucking touchdown in a crucial game. Somebody that's in this podcast, I ain't gonna point him out, but I gave up a crucial touchdown, like I bit on the fake, you know what I'm saying? That nigga damn near got to. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? I made up for it next time, got the game winning interception on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then told him, now what? You know what I'm saying? That was probably, one of the best moments for me, though, because, I did fuck up for the team and then I could have blew it and then I made up for it. But for a team aspect, I'll never forget my homeboy White Chocolate hitting that game winner at the park. I didn't play it in so many
Oh, I remember that.
leagues or
Yeah.
basketball, football teams, but him hitting that shot at the park ain't nothing greater than that. Nothing at all. That was some of the best shit I've ever been a part of in my life.
I remember that.
For me, it was when I was playing semi-pro.
Okay.
My best moment was I got to play my brother in our conference championship. First time we ever played against each other was in the conference championship, and that was just like great because I used to like watch him, when I was coming up. So when I actually did get to play, and we had a dope team coming out of Kalamazoo, and we got to run against them because their team was like just known because they've been winning like crazy. So when we got to play them, that was like one of those things because I knew like their whole team and everything like that. So that was a big moment for me.
That's what's up.
Shoot, I'll say mine. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really the athlete of the family. If y'all know my last name, like who's the athlete of my family is my baby brother.
Right. Ain't your uncle the first quarterback in the NFL or something like that?
Yeah, Willie Throw is the first quarterback in the NFL and also the first quarterback in Michigan State University. Then my little brother was Mr. Basketball from Michigan, then also co-football player of the year senior year, and went to the state championship three times.
Yep.
Out of it, like he'd have been total, and just out of his high school career, he had went like 6 times, and then won the national championship in D2 college. After he had went to the tournament in D1 for Stony Brook.
Yeah,
so like he was just cutting up. Me, I would say my main thing, like because I stopped doing majority of like sports, basketball and football once my asthma started kicking in when I was getting younger. But so I tried to start boxing, and I ended up knocking the dude out. So that was I would say that was one of my best parts. And then just recently, I would say within the last year and a half or so, I had finished the 10-mile out of Mesquite. Like I went from my house all the way out to the lake and then back. So that shit was like heavy. It was a heavy toll on my body too, but I was able to still recover.
That shit. I said you be running, bro. I remember that shit. That nigga be I'm driving down the street. That nigga running from class all the way down back to the crib. I was like, this nigga sweating like a motherfucker. Goddamn shit.
Love that stuff though, for real, man. It's therapeutic.
Individual, I would probably say my senior year high school, man. I don't know if y'all familiar with Catholic Central, in Grand Rapids, but
yeah,
my senior year they was balling. They had this little African dude, Obi. I think he went on to play at U of M. I forgot. I think he played linebacker at U of M. But they was talking big shit, and like we was, they was out of conference or whatever, but they was talking big shit all throughout the week. It was like the game of the week. You know how they do like the little on your sideline shit, and I think I think it might have been 13-13, and we driving, and we ran like a veer option. So like it was like a timeout, 30 seconds left, and coach called a play instead of us throwing it because like our quarterback, we ain't had no slinger play on that bitch. So we ran that bitch from like the 40, and I end up pulling off a wide receiver screen. My big ass running downfield, nigga. I'm up there on the safety. Next thing I know, I'm looking like my receiver touching my back the whole time. So he ride my back the whole time, and I just end up fucking up this the safety, taking this nigga like to the tracks at Houseman Field. I don't know if y'all familiar with that shit, taking the nigga to the track.
Blindside
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
bro, fuck that. Hey, that shit was crazy. That shit was all it was everywhere. And I think outside of that, team wise, it's probably my first year coaching. Man, I was coaching a Rocket League team in Grand Rapids, and them niggas was shitty, boy, shitty. But me and my cousin ended up taking that shit, man. And nigga, I think the first year we went like 0-9. And then the second year, man, we ended up going undefeated. So yeah, that shit was it was a big thing. But we did it with the same kids though, so that was great.
That's what's up.
My team moment.
Superstar.
I think so. Kyrie couldn't make this trip. You was down there.
Okay.
Tennessee when we won nationals.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite team moment. I ain't never seen my boy cry. Jeff cried. I ain't never seen people cry being happy. So happy we won. Like I ain't never seen that light.
Yeah.
Like my nigga Dime down there died in the gym. It was so hot. They had to take him out.
Yeah.
And they was gonna take him to the hospital, give him an IV. It was just that real.
Yeah.
And then to come and y'all down 20 at halftime, and my dad call y'all up, and we all got trophies and stuff, and y'all come back and win nationals too. That was probably my favorite team moment that I really watched.
Yeah.
Individual.
That shit too.
I mean, individual. Probably Lakeview, stiff arming dude or dragging that whole team, but it got called back.
I remember that too.
Or a whole game, when I ran for 198. I mean,
yeah, that nigga Brandon was a beast, bro.
It just individual. It was crazy because I remember the day Coach Slammer told me after playing a high school game, he was like, "ESPN gonna call you. Your dad got to answer the phone," and I ended up getting ranked that day. That was crazy.
Facts. Damn, you should have went last. My individual,
bro. That AAU was crazy, bro.
I was gonna use that. The AAU was crazy. When we won that. We're the only team to win nationals from Battle Creek. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was epic. Fuck. Let me think now. I would say individual. I remember it was my first game in high school. We played my first game in high school. We on JV. Me, Brock, I think Adrian. We all got moved to JV.
Adrian,
freshman on JV.
I used to love watching y'all game. Y'all was my motivation for the Friday night game.
Then I was killing that game, nigga, versus St. Joe, nigga. I was killing them niggas. And then I caught an interception and took off on their ass, nigga. And I was dragging like the whole team, nigga. And then my own fucking player tackled me. He was It was a nigga like holding on my jersey, and I'm like running down the sideline, and somebody tried to knock him off me. That nigga hit me in the back of my knee, and I fell, nigga. God damn it. I thought I would have scored, god damn it. I would have got tired before then, but that was my individual moment, nigga. I caught that interception. That shit was crazy. My first high school game ever. We played basketball in Lansing at this gym called Aim High. And it was this team called the Warriors. It was this other black team. I don't know where these niggas was from. I think they were from
Jackson.
Lansing.
No, they're from Lansing.
Yeah, it's from Lansing. It was another
Was
team.
they?
These niggas were cold, nigga. This is the Warriors. And we went in like triple overtime or some shit or something like that. And like the whole arena is watching our game. You know what I'm saying? And it might have been Kyrie that hit the shot in the corner to win the game, or Dominique. And I remember us just jumping and shit all around because we won the game. We all crying and hugging each other and shit. We beat these niggas. I remember they beat us like maybe twice before that. We hadn't beat these niggas yet. Goddamn, we was happy as a bitch. And ever since then, we was kicking their ass, goddamn it. That was the best.
They always used to try to cheat.
And it was
get older motherfuckers.
Hell yeah, be 7-foot niggas. And we only in the 7th and 6th grade and shit. I remember that shit. That was probably the best team moment.
You got stories, nigga. You was getting recruited on AAU teams,
Yeah,
nigga.
you know
They was trying to take you down to nationals or other teams.
Hey, that nigga E played in the bubble. Where the NBA players playing at right now, him and Manny playing in the bubble.
I played
Shit, all that.
Facts.
They been in the bubble. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be good in hooping. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. You know? But that was my best time. You know what I'm saying? RP my bro Don, bro. I just remember like us just crying and shit because we, you know what I'm saying, won the championship and shit, dog. RP my bro Don, man. That shit was crazy. All right, we'll go ahead and end the podcast there. Go ahead and give y'all hit ups. Let them know where they can find y'all at. Anything y'all got going on, let them know. Let's get to it.
Follow me on Instagram, Kyrie Watkins. You can follow me on Instagram, RP Dom. 23_24 for life. You know, anything I'm on, it's gonna be RP Dom 2324. You can holler at me.
Facts.
All right, so we got Rich from Big Shot Ammunition, and I'll be taking care of your CPL needs. I'm a certified CPL instructor within the USCCA. Also, I have let's see. Big Shot is actually named after my late cousin. His nickname was Big Shot. So, you know, like how bro is with RP Diamonds, always RP Big Shot or RP Smurf and Q. So shit, and my little brother and my best friend and shit. So, you know, this is a big situation. Black gun store, black gun owner. I got ammunition now I'm gonna have coming real soon that's cheaper than what everybody else got. I know people going for $36 a box for their 9mm right now. I got stuff that's gonna be a lot cheaper than that. I'm gonna have merch, bulletproof stuff, have videos up on YouTube, Big Shot Ammo on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So yeah, follow me up on that, and you know, all love with these big guns.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm Jordan. You know, I never really give y'all my handle, so if y'all find me, I'm out here. You'll see me on another episode.
Facts.
That's DQ, man. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, DQ_11. Yeah, just hit me up.
Facts.
It's your boy Big B. You can find me at Instagram or Snapchat. All you gotta do is type in my name, Brandon Reynolds. It'll come up, and I'll probably be on a few more episodes with my big bro, little big bro. E.
Facts.
Go Lakers.
I'm your host 5. You can hit me up notorious_BIG_E or hit up the podcast Instagram at The Copacetic Hour or the podcast Twitter at Copacetic Hour. Keep visiting our website for your Copacetic merch at www.thecopacetichour.com. We're going to leave you with our mantra. Please protect your peace, secure your wealth, and define your destiny. This is the Copacetic Hour. Peace.
You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour.
This is the Copacetic Hour.
Why don't you just chill?
Why don't you just chill?